Hey folks, Chris again here, outdoor writer for Louisiana Sportsman, Mississippi Sportsman Magazine. Welcome to another edition of Outdoor Express TV. I tell you, we got a real treat for you today. We're up here on Ross Barnett Reservoir in Jackson, Mississippi. We got two of the best crappie anglers on the lake. We've got Hudson and Brad Chappell. These two guys just won the Magnolia Crappie Club championship tournament. They had over 22 pounds of crappie, people, in 2 days. That's a lot of crappie. And I tell you what, they're going to be showing us how they do it here today on Ross Barnett Reservoir.
I'm thinking that's going to be your shad, your bait fish. We just went over a brush pile. You can kind of see some of the brush piles along in there. We're right on top of the ledge right here. To the right, it's going to drop off to about 22 foot. On the complete top, it's going to be probably about 10. You can see some more stumps or brush piles. See, I'm dropping off a little bit there. Where we're fishing at today is it's an old slough, it's an old river lake off the old Pearl River that runs just about through the middle of the lake. Over off to the side here is shallow flats, about 5 to 7 foot all the way. It drops off down to 20 foot right here, real steep ledge. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm bumping the edge up to about 12 foot and coming back down, trying to figure out where the fish are staged at. Sometimes they'll be staged up on top of the ledge. Might be 10 to 12 foot and they'll all be there. But then, I mean, some days they're down in 18 foot, 12 foot deep. And my main job when I'm running the boat is I'm zigzagging back and forth, trying to find where the fish are, what depth they are, the speed they want it. Sometimes you can go a little faster, sometimes you can go a little slower. You gotta watch what's going on. When you catch a fish, you look at the depth you're in, you look at the speed you're going, and what pole it's on, what color crankbait, what color jig, the sizes to know your depths. And if you see that and you remember it right then, you start trying to implement that on all your poles. We're fishing with these crankbaits. We have line counter reels with a braided line. Way we do it is you go ahead and set the reel on 0, click it back. We're gonna cast them out. We're gonna run I'm gonna run 50 foot on this. It should get it down to about 10 foot deep. I'm gonna set one at 10 foot and one about 55 foot. It's gonna bring it down a couple more foot on my other side and run them like that.
On our 2 inside poles, we have crankbaits running, and on the 2 outside poles, we have dual setups of jigs. We're running the jigs approximately 12 foot deep and the crankbaits 13 foot. And right now we're just trying to determine which bait the crappie actually want to bite today. This is our first fish of the day. It come off the Cajun Cricket Strolar. It should be running about 12 foot deep. So we're going to switch over to some more oranges in our baits and see if we can determine that's actually what they're wanting to bite today.
Yeah, it's got the catfish bean going
What do we have here?
Where we're going to be fishing here, we're on the Ross Barnett Lower Lake. This is called, we got Rice Lake right next to us. The old river channel running to the, I guess it'd be the east of it. We're going to follow that river channel along the edges of it. We're going to be fishing. There's a couple of old lakes in here, Dog Lake, Rice Lake, and then you got Rose's Bluff over on this side. The river channel runs that way also. But all in this area, a lot of different contours, a lot of ledges, a lot of humps. Just pulling crankbaits, trying to find out where the fish are right now. All right, here's a crankbait somebody lost. And the reason they lost it is because they were using monofilament line. You can see the line right there. And we use braid because braid will actually straighten those hooks out, and if you hit an unexpected brush pile, you won't lose that crankbait. And at $5 a crankbait, it gets real expensive when you lose a bunch of them.
We're switching over to slower jigs. The fish aren't as aggressive today, so we're going to go to long line jigs instead. We're going to use a 32nd and a 16th ounce jigs. This will be a two jig setup per line. Start out with an overhand knot, 3 wraps, pull it tight, snip it off at the base. Take your top jig, tied approximately 3 to 4 feet up. Pull the line back, holding both of them together. Overhand loop knot. Pull the jig through 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Pull knot down. Pull tight. We have a dual jig setup.